Hello, and welcome back to XeanUrsa's Pokemon Black 2 Randomized Ursalocke. Now, last episode we had a bit of a scary encounter just at the end of the episode, on our way out of Castelia sewers, and that encounter was none other than the infamous Orange, the Clang. Now, Clang is our first Steel type, and Orange knows Vice Grip, Charge, Thundershock, and Gear Grind. Up next is Menage, the Pseudo-Widow, level 15, with Slam, Flail, Low Kick, and Rock Throw. After Menage, we have Notfern, the level 16 Swoobat, with Confusion, Heart Stamp, Gust, and Assurance. The whole reason the previous episode was somewhat stressful was because Orange, on many occasions, nearly took Notfern out of the party, pretty much. Orange almost KO'd Notfern with Gear Grind and with Thundershock, but luckily, we pulled through, and Orange is now a part of our team. After Notfern, we have Dyson, the Shift Tree. She knows Feint Attack, Whirlwind, Nasty Plot, and Razor Leaf. And last but not least, we have Bieber, the Trubbish, holding an Orion Berry with Pound, Acid Spray, Recycle, and Toxic Spikes. So the goal for today is to make it through Castelia sewers and potentially get 2 more encounters, both in Chargestone, I believe it's Chargestone Cave, it's one of the caves that Castelia sewers links to, as well as an encounter in Castelia City itself, which can be found through the sewer and in a little opening that we can access after we have defeated the Plasma Grunts in the sewers. So let's hop right into this. One thing I am going to mention is that while we have Ursa paired with us down here, he will keep our party healed. So that's out of my control. It's just part of the game mechanic, so he will restore all HP and PP. I don't really have control of that. It's sort of like the whole Alder thing all over again. And it will not take tokens away from us. What was I about to say? Alright, I'll just get into reading what Ursa has to say. Xean, I need you to get tougher. Even I'm going to have trouble taking them on all by myself. Anyway, it's okay. I'll take care of healing your Pokémon. I'm counting on you, Xean. Are you ready to go? Okay, let's find Team Plasma. Oh yes. Even though he does heal our Pokémon, if a Pokémon faints, then it will count as the Pokémon dying in this challenge. Which would be unfortunate, but I will do my best to not let that happen. Bieber is going to be out first. Bieber still needs some levels and experience. That's where we will go to access Castelia City's Pokemon encounter. Up here, we can battle this guy just for funsies, get some experience. I am abusing Ursa's healing just a little bit by fighting this guy while Ursa is with me, but I mean, a free heal is a free heal. Why not use it to my advantage? And for whatever reason, the game is lagging every now and then, and I have no idea why that is. Oh, wait a second. Loudred. I'm gonna switch into Menage here. Menage should be able to tank whatever this thing can throw at her. Throw at him, yes. Yeah, as you saw there, Pound. Pretty pathetic. Menage should be able to, I want to say, double low kick this thing to... Oh, how? Going for the strats, trying to get that boost. but we are having none of that. We're gonna kick you right in your face, and that's a critical hit. Minaj, all over the place, has proven that he can dodge moves. He can see things sometimes, and he can kick you in the face really hard. Bieber did gain a level, and now we have a Bagon to worry about. Now Bagon, either Minaj or Dyson should have a pretty decent, easy time taking care of us. I think Dyson is our best bet. We'll just feint attack it a few times, and it should be gone. Or that's the plan, anyway. Tamer Ann. I completely missed this janitor's name, or this tamer's name. And we're gonna feint attack, see what happens. Hopefully this thing does not have Dragon Rage. Dino, I now know, has it at a very low level, but hopefully Bagon doesn't have it. Either way, it just used Leer, and we're in the clear. Bagon is going to go down, and I'm pretty sure Ursa is going to heal our team. This healing is a bit of a luxury, and I am quite thankful for his ability to heal Pokemon away from the Pokemon Center. And there you have it. Fully healed, and full PP. So I'm going to set Orange out front. Hopefully they can put in some work. Orange does not have gender. So I don't know whether to refer to Orange as a male or a female. And we could have had a Regice in here. Oh my goodness. And Ursa has a Charmander. I can't say I'm not a little bit jealous. I'm pretty glad, though, that we got Orange. Despite the troubles Orange put us through, I think Orange is going to come in handy. So long as it doesn't kill itself in confusion. I need you to pull through here. Oh, we're not even moving next. How much is that going to deal? Alright, Charmander is relatively weak compared to everything else that's on the field. And we do hit ourselves in confusion. Charmander's going to hold that stomp easy. And we're going to keep trying to go for this gear grind. Why not? Regice should give a fair amount of experience, and so should Venomoth. Both of them, one of them is a legendary and one of them is a final evolution. So it just makes sense that they'd provide a pretty decent amount of experience, and we need all of the experience we can get. The third gym leader, Berg, does have some relatively high levels, especially compared to what we currently have. So we want to try and get as much experience as possible before that third gym battle, so that we don't completely wipe. In a Nuzlocke challenge I played with a friend far before I started this Let's Play, I fought Berg. I had relatively decent levels. All of my Pokemon were at least level 20. I think I had 3 or 4 Pokemon on my team, and I got completely swept by a Kyogre. So ever since then, I've been at odds with Kyogre, and I love it to death. It was my first legendary, and we could have had a Suicune. What is this nonsense? We were sort of got the short end of the stick here, let me tell you. I'm gonna predict Charmander's gonna go for Ember on that Durant, which is double super effective, double super effective. And that should pretty much take Durant out, so I'm gonna go for a Thunder Shock on Suicune. That should deal a pretty fair amount of damage. Durant is gonna go for Fury Cutter. That move powers up every turn, but currently it's not gonna live long enough to get anything out of it. Yeah, Charmander's too good sometimes against Scizor and Durant, I suppose. And Paris. Definitely Paris. And Bubble Beam. We're gonna Thunder Shock that. And that dealt absolutely nothing. We can live another Bubble Beam pretty easily. Hopefully it'll go for Charmander though, because that guy's Ursa's Pokemon, yeah. It does go for Bubble Beam on Charmander, so we don't have to worry too much about healing this turn. But Ursa, because he's not abiding by the Ursalocke rules, he kind of cheats. So even if his Charmander faints, he's going to keep using it. He's kind of a bad sport that way, but what can you do? He's an NPC, he's a computer. And we just boosted our special defense by 1 stage, and it should also boost this Thunder Shock a little bit. I'm not sure the exact multiplier on charge that charge gives to electric type moves. It looks like it might be 1.5 or times 2. But either way, Suicune's going down this turn so long as Karrablast attacks Suicune as well. And Suicune has a vendetta against all of Ursa's Pokemon, and Karrablast misses. So it looks like Suicune will last this one last round. It notices it can't do much, it's going down no matter what it does, so it decides to give us a last little look of, like, disdain before it gets KO'd into oblivion. I use that word a lot, don't I? Maybe I should do a Skyrim or a Elder Scrolls Oblivion playthrough. But that's just not my style. I prefer the Pokemon RPG style, personally. Alright. Orange is now level 17. Which is that's a good level. Orange is now at the higher end of the spectrum, on par with Dyson. So we're gonna put Minaj out front, hopefully get Minaj some levels, and we're gonna just fight this guy here, get that item, and then we'll be on our way to fight the Plasma Grunts. Man Wellington has a Dusclops. Level 17. This is scarier than I thought it would be. Dusclops is an extremely bulky Pokemon if you're not aware. If maybe you don't use Dusclops, maybe you haven't fought one before, if you haven't played Generation 3 or the Aurus remakes. Dusclops is extremely bulky, so people tend to, instead of have Dusknoir on their team, they'll have a Dusclops with an Eviolite, and that will give it I think it's a 1.5 times boost to its defense and special defense because it is not a final evolution. And let me tell you, it's a pain to fight. Dyson is going to hit herself in confusion, and we did not get disabled. So predicting that it will go for a disable again, I'm just going to try and Razor Leaf it, and hope that that is disabled instead of Feint Attack, and it used Foresight. This crazy Dusclops has a single eye, and it's got its sights focused on Dyson. But Dyson isn't having none of that. We're gonna take that easy. Astonish is gonna deal nothing. We resisted, and we're gonna finish, and we're gonna miss. Never mind. I should have stuck with Feint Attack. It has 100% accuracy. No, it's a move that does not miss. What am I saying? It's like 100% accuracy, and the multiplier, like, no matter what you do, if you Sand Attack me, I'm still gonna hit you. However, if you Shadow Force, Dig, Fly, Dive, I will not. Surf, Earthquake, and a few other moves on the other hand can hit Pokemon that have used those 2-turn moves. But Feint Attack is not one of those. Cell Battery, kind of useless at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's the item that if you get hit by an electric type move, it boosts your special attack by 1 stage. And there's a legendary Pokemon. And it's Regice, and because it's in slot 1 of the wild Pokemon's party, if you can call it that, then that is why the legendary music is playing right now, instead of the normal wild Pokemon music. So, I want to see how much a low kick will do. I don't think either of these Pokemon can really touch me. Venomoth is going to poison Charmander, and Charmander is going to retaliate. Well, not literally, but Charmander is going to use Ember to show Venomoth that it doesn't really appreciate that poison. We, on the other hand, are going to one-shot this. Was that a critical hit that I just saw? Was I not just talking about how Minaj has extremely powerful legs and will kick you to death in a single blow, because Menage does not care about your face. Charmander's just getting all of the love today. By love, I mean all of... he's just holding all the attacks. Menage is almost level 17. I might sound a little bit stuffy, I do apologize, I am still a little bit sick. But we are going to trek on, we're going to power through, and there's another wild encounter. No Regice in front, and 2 bugs. We are going to try and take these out right before the Team Plasma Grunts. Hopefully this will be the last wild encounter that we find in this area. I'm going to rock through the Venomoth. Charmander should Ember the Durant, so long as it doesn't flinch. And we should have a dandy old time. Thank you very much, Charmander. Coming in clutch for the team. Menage, Rock Throw, and Menage is using his eyes. Unlike some previous episodes, but we're not going to get too much into that, because Menage is doing pretty good right now, and I don't want to get on his bad side. And you missed Menage with Poison Powder. Feel the burn. And now Menage is level 17. So our team is looking pretty balanced. I don't know how we're doing level-wise compared to Berg. I have not checked his Pokemon levels recently. I just know that his Pokemon are higher leveled than we are currently. Given the distance, it does look like we might have another encounter simply because of RNG. But if we are lucky, we will be able to make it all the way to these Plasma Grunts after I grab this item. And Wise Glasses. I think that's a 1.1 times boost to special moves. And let me just check to make sure. Because if so, then that... yes, we're going to give that to... not Vert. That'll come in handy, hopefully. And with Bieber out front, we are going to take on these Plasma Grunts. Hey. What do you want? Team Plasma, you villains. I'm completely messing up my accents right now. What? Don't treat us like villains. And don't interfere with our plans to liberate Pokemon. Liberate? Ha! You're just ordinary Pokemon thieves. And what's more, you use those stolen Pokemon like they're tools. Shut up! Hand over your Pokemon. Let's do this, Xean. Alright, so we know Ursa has a Charmander and a Karrablast. No idea what these analysts have. Dunsparce and Panpour. So already things aren't looking great for Ursa, because Panpour will probably be able to do a number on Charmander with Water Gun or Water Pulse or Scald or whatever it learns through level up. I don't use Panpour very often. We're going to try Acid Spraying Panpour to try and help Charmander out just a little bit. And Charmander is going to try and blind that Dunsparce even though its eyes are already closed. Just for safe measure, you know? And we are going to get that special defense drop because that is Acid Spray's specialty. Pretty helpful move, especially if we had something like Sludge Bomb. But that will have to wait till we get it later. If we get it later. I don't normally use Trubbish very often, so this is a new experience for me. And another special defense drop, and you're gonna Water Gun Bieber. Pursuit. Charmander's living. Charmander's level 20, so he doesn't have to worry too much, especially now that he just took our KO. What a scumbag. He knew we were aiming for Panpour, because we had been doing so the past 2 attacks. Ursa's a bit of a scumbag, not gonna lie. Not only does he cheat and keep using Pokemon that have fainted in this Ursalocke, but he steals other people's KOs. How rude. This Pokemon I stole, blah, 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 blah. Well, at least we got money from that. We can buy more potions, we can buy more status healing items. They're really tough. But whatever, we got the Pokemon we need. Now, we flee. Shh, they run away like bad rat. Okay, let's go farther inside. There must be more in there. Colress's voice shall be... I guess I'll just do a normal voice for him. Or maybe I'll try and add like a bit of this spin to it. Alright, let's do this. I don't think that's necessary, you two. Oh, never mind, it's Berg. Berg! Could you be Gym Leader Berg? Yes, sir. One and the same. I'm Berg. And there was no one suspicious beyond here. Is that so? Yes, indeedy. I'm concerned about Team Plasma as well. More importantly, shall we leave this place? For some reason, this sewer's bugging me. Huh. Didn't you and the other gym leaders fight Team Plasma 2 years ago? Thanks for your help. Here, use this. And we got HM4 Strength. I'll find those other Team Plasma punks. I'll never forgive Pokemon thieves. No way. He's gone. Alright. You there. That was an excellent demonstration of battling. The way you brought out the power of your Pokémon against an opponent like Team Plasma. Astounding. Simply astounding. Interesting as well. I see. Question mark? Who was that? Well, no matter. What are you going to do? You can stay here and train your Pokemon, or maybe you should come challenge me, the gym leader. Be seeing you. Well, instead of training, we are gonna find a random Pokemon here. And it's Durant. Yay! Can Bieber run away is the real question, and Bieber can. Bieber's faster than she looks. Alright. This is Relic Passage, not Chargestone Cave. What was I thinking? I have no idea. We're gonna put Orange out in front, because Orange does have Thundershock and could potentially paralyze anything so long as it's not a ground type and it doesn't have Lightning Rod or whatever. And we are going to get an encounter in here. Any minute now. There we go. Alright. First encounter is a Wigglytuff. Alright, I can deal with this. I like Wigglytuff. If you've ever played Pokemon, Pokemon Explorers of Sky, I believe, then Wigglytuff is the Guildmaster. Spoilers. Although I guess you do find out within the first 30 to 60 minutes of the game. If I spoiled anything for you just then, leave a comment down below, dislike the video, whatever you have to do to let me know that you are disappointed in me for spoiling the fact that Wigglytuff is the Guildmaster of... I didn't realize it used Sing until I finished talking. Or until I took that break there. I'm gonna need Orange to wake up, please. But yeah, Wigglytuff is the Guildmaster. It's no big surprise given the fact that the tent that you entered, like the building, the guild building, is the face of a Wigglytuff. But if it came as a surprise to you, or if I did spoil it for you, of course, let me know, show me whatever hate you need to, and Thundershock is still disabled. So I'm gonna Vice Grip again, hopefully don't crit it. I want this thing still alive, and you're gonna sing me. Is this a no-guard Wigglytuff? Well, I guess it can't be if it missed that double slap, or both of those double slaps. But we are no longer disabled, so we're gonna go for those Thundershocks. Hopefully Orange will wake up soon so that, and you're gonna disable Vice Grip, that's fine. Once we wake up, we're gonna paralyze you. There's nothing you can do about it. Just accept your fate, and please stop trying to put me to sleep. Orange, Thundershock, paralyze that Wigglytuff. and you didn't, but that's okay. We still get another 1 or 2 opportunities before it reaches the red. And please don't crit it either. That would also be extremely unfortunate. Wigglytuff is now paralyzed. Perfect. And it's in low yellow HP, not lello. Yeah, that would be extremely weird. We're gonna toss a Pokeball. I don't know Wigglytuff's catch rate. It should be relatively easy, I want to say. And we catch it first try. Perfect. So, Wigglytuff was caught. Wigglytuff, the balloon Pokemon, is a normal type. Its fine fur feels so pleasant, those who accidentally touch it cannot take their hands away. Give a nickname to caught Wigglytuff. Yes, we do want to give a nickname to Wigglytuff. In honor of the Pokemon Sky Mystery Dungeon Sky, I am going to name this... Oh no. Master will not fit. I guess you'll just be Gilblass. We'll explore Relic Passage later. I might use it for grinding in the next episode, because I do believe I will have to grind a little bit in order to prepare for Berg's Gym. Gilblass does have an item that she's holding, and it's a Heat Rock, which we already have. Nobody has Sunny Day, so that is a little bit unfortunate. But moving right along, we can... and encounter. We can move on. It's an Ursaring! You don't understand. That's not as good as a XeanUrsa. But I still love it all the same. Ursaring and XeanUrsa are pretty cool normal type Pokemon. XeanUrsa I prefer over Ursaring, and I believe that is primarily because of whoops. Insect Plate, yep. As I mentioned first episode, Arceus is looking like a dream that might just come true. As I mentioned in the second episode, no, what am I saying? I already mentioned what I mentioned in the second episode. XeanUrsa, I enjoy, or I like so much because of Pokemon, the third movie, with Entei, the Unknown, the little girl who wishes for the help. She has one of those dream XeanUrsas that the Unknown make her. And also she has the XeanUrsa at the end of the movie. Spoilers. Well, not really. I haven't told you any of the plot. I just tell you that she has a XeanUrsa. But, seeing that, I really enjoyed that, and I really hope Druddigon does not have Dragon Rage. And this is our encounter for Castelia City. We're gonna get Scary Face, that's fine, we're slower. We are going to try and get that Paralyze before we do anything else, because without a Paralyze, it'll be a lot harder to catch this thing. And regrettably, because we already have Wigglytuff on the team, if we want to withdraw Druddigon, we will have to use a token to access the PC. But we will get to go back to the PC and heal Wigglytuff real quick by placing Gilblass into the PC and then withdrawing her, which is a plus, but still sad that we could have had a dragon on our team, but instead we're left with Rough Skin? You have Rough Skin. Well, I mean, you're only using Scratch, so I think it's fine. Scary Face and Scratch. Its moveset doesn't look great so far. Out of fear that it could potentially have Dragon Rage, because you can never be too sure about these dragons, you know. I am going to switch into Menage here. And you're going to use Hone Claws, that's fine. And what we're going to do is we're just going to Flail, see how much it does. It's probably going to deal 1 damage. It deals a little more, but Rough Skin is gonna deal more damage than we dealt with Flail. So we're just gonna try tossing a ball at this thing, hope for the best. Please get in this ball. Druddigan, Druddigan, Druddigan? Alright, Druddigan, welcome to the team. And that is our Castelia City encounter. Druddigan, the cave Pokémon, is a dragon type. It runs through the narrow tunnels formed by Excadrill and Onyx. It uses its sharp claws to catch prey. And those are some pretty massive claws, I gotta say. Give a nickname to Druddigan. Yes, we shall. Druddigan, what do we call you? Back to my statement about super lame nicknames. I don't know what to call this thing, it just sort of looks frilly, so I'm gonna call Druddigan Frills. And it kind of works, because it is a female, and it reminds me of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. But that is this episode. So, I am XeanUrsa, thank you again for watching. I hope to bring you more content, more stuff that you enjoy, and I hope I can bring you more content that you enjoy. Two totally separate things. Content and content you enjoy, you know? Anyway, I'm redundant as always, and thank you again. Bye-bye!